de huevo. Sorry. I hella just lied to that lady at the market because I totally have 5 cents, but I'm carrying too much shit to pull it out, quite frankly. So Miss Mama, we're just gonna have to do. Yes, Germany is still mostly a cash-based economy. Actually, maybe I should stop speaking for Germany all the time when I live in Berlin. Every time I make a video about quote-unquote Germany, there's always someone in the comments like, actually, that's just Berlin. So let me shut my big mouth. But today, we're at the park. I have had a really stressful week kind of, so I want to decompress, do something that I love, be in nature. Like, look at this grass. Tell me you wouldn't roll in this shit. Penso che oggi voglio fare un color walk, come una passeggiata di colori, di un colore, e forse anche un po' di tedesco. Ho portato il mio libro di grammatica. No, ma che bello è! Non so come dire lake, ma c'è un lake piccolo. Ok, iniziamo nostra passeggiata di colori, ma prima voglio spiegare come funziona. Spiegare, vero? Explain. Quindi se tu non conosci un color walk, è basicamente tu scegli un colore, per esempio aranciano, e tu devi cercare di trovare cose che sono in questo colore. And the point is kind of to just get vocabulary and find words for things that you see in the real world. Ok, proviamo di trovare cose. Arancione. Ah, già vedo una. I tedeschi sono ossessionati per la privacidà e quindi cerco di non gravare le persone quando sto fuori, ma è impossibile, ci sono molta gente, c'è molta gente in Berlino. Ho trovato un... I need to look up how this is called actually. Trash can. Momento. Cestino. Questo è un cestino o un bidone? Perché ho visto le due quando ho looked it up. Ho scegliato... I know that's not the word for chose. Ho scelto il peggiore colore per oggi perché non ci sono molte cose aranciani fuori e solo i cestini. E appena abbiamo cominciato. Penso che vedo un bambino. I'm not gonna record him, ma he has una camisa aranciana. Ho trovato queste foglie che sono un po' aranciano, non so. E ci sono queste piccole cose, non so come dire spots, ma spots. Non so perché, ma oggi mi sento invincibile, perché sto cercando di perdere la paura di uscire e parlare alla camera, ma penso che quando lo faccio in un'altra lingua, per esempio, mi sento più confident, con più confianza, forse, perché la gente non può capirmi, e in quel senso, non so, più facile, non so. I feel like people can't judge me if they don't understand what I'm saying. Ma non importa quello che sto dicendo, perché la cosa importante per me è che le persone mi vedono con una camera. Ma che bella vista! Voglio arrampicare quest'alberi, ma non ho zapatte corrette, die passende Schuhe. I don't have the right shoes for it. In a posto alla sombra perché fa troppo caldo oggi, c'è molto sole e voglio sentarmi nella sombra, e quindi prima faremo un po' di tedesco con questo libro German Grammar Drills, che di quello non so, sempre sto parlando in questo canale. Deadass, I haven't touched this book in maybe like a year and a half or 2 years. I think I just got like a god complex with German because I've been learning it for such a long time. I was like, oh, I don't need to learn any more grammar. Like the grind kind of paused for a little bit, but the grind should not stop. Numbers, time, days of the week in the calendar. Can we talk really quick about how annoying it is to learn numbers in another language? Because it's not just 1, 2, 3. There's also like first, second, third, you know, fractions and decimals, because you know that shit's gonna come up. You think it's like not that relevant, but then in a situation you need it, you know, telling time, math, saying stuff like, oh, this is 10 times better. You need to know like math language for that. So quite frankly, the tea is, even as a person who's been learning a language for a long time, you're never like too good to learn something basic. That is the tea. So let's study. Okay, I know and I have known for a long time that Germans are weird about telling time. Like in English, we will say something like, oh, it's 9:30. And that's pretty much like the furthest we'll go. Or like it's 10 till 9. Sure, that's fine. But what the f is es ist 7:45, 5 before 7:30. Why won't no one says that? If you're a young person and you're still saying that, let me know. But there's just some that I'm just gonna cross out because that's like none of my business, you know? This one too, es ist 9:05. Literally, it's 5 minutes past 9:30, but 9:30 is already written as half of 10. Like, it's just too much. I just don't give a shit, quite frankly. This doesn't exist to me. Okay, this is looking a lot better. That's just unfortunately what it's got to give sometimes, because where do they get off? I think when it comes to telling time or when it comes to numbers in a language, you only get so much silliness before I start to be like, no. You don't get to do that. Like, for example, in French, they have the 70, like they say 60 plus 10 for 70. Okay, that's cute. Okay, original. I like it. Even Germans, they'll say, oh, es ist 9:30. It's half of 10, 9:30. Okay, fine. But there's a line. There is always a line. No. You don't get to say it's 5 before half 8. No, because why the are you making? You're making me do all the math in my head. Let's do some exercises together. Let's do it like Dora style, where I ask the question and then I take a pause and then you answer it. 21 geteilt durch 7 ist 3. Ja. Okay, 31 mal 4 ist, what is that? Oh mein Gott. 125. Yeah. It's actually humbling. These are some things that I know that I didn't know how to say in German. Or something that I've always been really bad at in German is dates. And saying like, oh, today is the 11th of June or whatever. Like, I've always been so bad at that. Do not ask me. So, heute ist der 14. Juni. Today is June 14th. Danke. But then if you want to say, for example, something is on a certain date in German, it has to be am 1. Juni. So like, for example, am 14. Juni finden viele Demos in den USA statt. Also, I never ever remember that if you say in 2000, you don't say in 2000, you just say 2000, like ich bin 2000 geboren. That just feels so wrong to say I am born 2000. Oh. Okay, pronta. I'm recording on my GoPro today, as you might have noticed. You want to know a fun fact about this camera? I once lost it for 5 days at the bottom of the deepest lake in Central America. That's because I jumped into it with my like body harness, but it wasn't secured properly. So that bitch went flying. Roll the clip.
2, 3.
The video literally goes on like that for like an hour until the camera dies. And I literally I thought it was gone. I thought it was gone for like 5 days until some guy who apparently it was his job to dive for tourists' lost objects at the reserve I went swimming at. He literally dove for that bitch and found it. And it still works perfectly. It was underwater for 5 days. Hey guys, amazing news. I locked myself out of my apartment. Yay! No, not yay, and my boyfriend's out of town. So I'm truly left to fend for myself. I don't have time to worry about it right now though, because I'm going to meet a friend for coffee and a walk in the park. So let's see what happens. I swear to God, I thought I took it this morning, but I got a piece of gum as I'm chewing right now. And the gum is right by the keys. I guess I thought I also got the keys when I got the gum. Did not get the keys. And in Germany, the doors like automatically lock themselves. So, you know, on the bright side, this means that I get to practice my German because I have to call the schlüsseldienst to try to get them to come open my place. I love that for me. Hey! I didn't know there was a bunch of construction. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Girl, you wanna hear how stupid I am? I'm locked out of my apartment. Let's get a coffee and then let me figure out what I need to do with the keys thing. Every time I have to do a phone call in German, I'm like, or whatever my German sounds like on the phone, none of my business. Hallo, mein Name ist Elysse der Vega. Ich habe mich leider aus meiner Wohnung heute ausgesperrt und ich wollte mal fragen, ob Sie vielleicht ein paar Termine frei haben heute?
Ja, klar, kein Problem. Welche Bezug? Ja, Kostenpunkt wäre 69 €, kompletter Festpreis.
Was haben Sie gefragt?
69 € würde es kosten.
69 €, okay. Soll ich Ihnen die Adresse geben?
Ja.
Bitte?
Die Adresse bitte, ja.
Ja.
Alles klar, der Mitarbeiter ist unterwegs, dauert so eine halbe Stunde plus 5
Konnte ich das mal, also ich bin gerade unterwegs, also ich habe gerade meine Wohnung verlassen und deswegen, also könnten Sie vielleicht um 6 Uhr kommen oder so?
30, 40 Minuten vorher Ahnung, bevor Sie nach Hause kommen.
Ich kann also keinen Termin für später buchen vielleicht.
Das Problem ist, wir haben einen laufenden Betrieb und das Problem ist auch, sehr viele Leute kommen um 6 und die Leute kommen um 6:20 Uhr und verspäten sich und dann warten wir immer und das ist schon so oft passiert, deswegen sagen wir eine halbe Stunde, 40 Minuten bevor Sie nach Hause kommen, bitte anrufen und dann kommen wir auch.
Okay, und so sollte ich Ihnen wieder vielleicht um 5:30 anrufen, wenn ich wieder zu Hause bin? Dann
Genau, wenn Sie wissen genau, dass Sie um 6 Uhr zu Hause sind und 17:30 Uhr wieder aus. Genau.
Okay, dann kein Problem, danke. Bitch, did you get that?
Yeah.
He was like, bitch, you can't just book an
He was
appointment.
like, I'm there in 30 or 45.
No, he's experienced. Bitch, if you're not gonna be there, we're not coming. You can't make the
Oh my
appointment.
God.
Okay, sorry, I'm not the Queen of
Wow.
England.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's so silly. Ist mal ein bisschen Deutsch reden oder nicht?
Ja, aber mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut.
Nee, das ist gut. Also du wohnst in Berlin. Du wohnst seit wann in Berlin?
Seit April letztes Jahr.
Wie findest du Berlin und Deutschland?
Es ist sehr cool, aber auch
Oh my god, are you in the
sehr
camera?
overwhelming.
Überwältigend?
Überwältigend
Ja.
zu entscheiden.
To decide?
To choose between like so many options because I feel like there's a lot of things you can do.
There's
you
actually
have
like a good German expression for that. To say you have like too many options or a lot of options, you say die Qual der Wahl.
Die Qual der Wahl?
Die Qual der Wahl. I think it literally means something like the problem of choice or like the suffering of choice or something.
Oh, I love when they have these like very specific expressions.
These bitches always with their specific expressions. Schwer zu entscheiden, was man macht. Aber das ist ein gutes Problem.
Ja,
zu
ja,
haben.
genau. Das ist auch the reason.
Der Grund.
Der Grund für unser Umziehen.
Der Grund für unseren Umzug. Also, you can also just say like, have you learned deswegen?
Ja.
Ja, deswegen sind wir hierher gezogen.
Okay, this is not going on the vlog.
No, it's okay. Turn into a class real quick.
Não, eu acho que na altura dos nossos pais, muitas vezes era mais. O plano era arranjar um emprego, ter o emprego durante 20 ou 30 anos.
O template para a
Sim,
vida.
sim, exato. Sim, plano, sim.
So that is the end of this vlog, people. Matilda and I in the park, we actually just did a little Portuguese conversation. I was gonna put it in this video, but I think honestly it could be a video all by itself, so look out for that. But thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Até a próxima. Is that how you say that? Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss. Kommen Sie aus Deutschland?
Nein, aus Russland.
Russland, oh okay. Seit wann sind Sie in Deutschland?
Schon 35 Jahre.
35?
Ja.
Oh, das ist schon lang.
Und Sie?
Ich komme aus den USA.
Amerika.
Ja, so ein Russe und eine Amerikanerin sprechen Deutsch. Schönen Tag noch.
Okay, bye-bye.
Danke. Goodbye.